You go, girl. This video is brought to you by The Officer Tatum Store. The Officer Tatum Store. Get the merch link in the description section. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notifications. Anytime I go live or make a video, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hit that join button so you can join the Tatum Squad. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Let's get into this. So this young lady named Julia Saville, she's a Virginia high school student. I thought she was in college, but she's in high school. And she's having to deal with this bull crap. But the story behind Julia Saville is this young lady decided to be bold. And every time I go to college campuses, every time I talk to young students, I tell them, what's the best way to combat this is being bold, standing up for yourself, and being a doggone beast mode. And maybe I should have said a beast, not the beast mode, but you know what I'm talking about. Be a doggone leader, stand up for what you believe. Screw these people if they want to come against you for telling the truth and being honest. So Julia Saville did just that. That's why I have to highlight her. I love her. I appreciate her. But the story is that she was in class and that she decided to pick a black trailblazer. Now, I wish she would have picked me because I think I'm a good pick, but she picked the next best. I know y'all think I'm funny, but she picked the next best person, which is Candace Owens, right? So she picked Candace Owens to be a trailblazer. Now, anybody with a connected brainstem and common sense knows that Candace Owens is probably the most notable trailblazer in the black community, in my personal opinion. Why do you say that, Mr. Tatum? Because I know Candace. I know her story. I know her father. I know what she's been through and where she's come, you know, how far she's come and what she's been able to accomplish. You can't tell me this young girl who started out on YouTube, she was red pill black. Nobody knew who she was. And she started as bold as this young lady right here that I'm about to show y'all here on the Tucker Carlson show. She started out young, enthusiastic, bold, and she's been able to build her brand to the craziest amount that you can think of. And to build yourself as a conservative in 4 years, like Candace Owens has done, is absolutely amazing. And then Blexit, her and I co-founded Blexit. Obviously, you know, I'm gonna be honest, Candace is the brains of the thing. That's her dream, her passion. I just came alongside her to help her out to make it happen. But Blexit is one of the biggest organizations to support African Americans in this country. And the chapters are in over 20 different states, going out, feeding people in the community, getting ready to officially finalize the launch of an after-school program around the country for young people to have adequate education. I mean, you can go down a list. Candace is barely in her 30s. And you're trying to tell me she's not a trailblazer? But anyway, so the teacher got mad, or at least a student in the class got mad and wrote her a message saying that Candace Owens is a racist, which is the stupidest thing ever. And I'm pretty sure it was a black student because these black people be hating on other black people. But the student said that to her. She got a little backlash from the school, but she went on Tucker Carlson, and I'm going to play that and show you what she said because I want you to hear from her mouth exactly what happened, some of the storyline, and why I think that she's just as incredible as the trailblazer she picked, Candace Owens. Let's roll the film.
Thank you for having me on tonight, Mr. Carlson. So I picked Candace Owens to present for a black trailblazer that I admired, and I stated why I admired her, and I admired her hard work within the black community. And I received an email that morning of my presentation that it was disrespectful of me to highlight her as a black trailblazer, and she stated how she believed Candace was racist and she has done absolutely nothing for the black community.
Okay, so this is where I gotta jump in here. So y'all can listen to the rest of what she said on the Fox News show and how she describes it. She goes through and describes kind of the same thing that I'm saying now. But this is what I'm seeing here is I don't want to make it too much about Candace because this girl Julia is an amazing hero. But this is the problem that we're facing in America. If you are white, you are told what black people you can support and which black people you cannot support. My child, he was here, he was on his online class, and I said, let me see the heroes, because he had to pick a black hero. Obviously, he didn't pick his dad. I don't know, maybe he don't think I'm a hero. But he had access to a few heroes that the school had selected that you can pick from to honor during Black History Month. They didn't have no real black conservatives. I'm talking about modern black conservatives. They had celebrities, they had rappers, they had the modern people that they had were all left-leaning, completely left-leaning. I said, where is Ben Carson? You know, they had some political people on there. They had Democrats on there. They had not one Republican. Not Clarence Thomas. They didn't have nobody. Ben Carson. They didn't have anybody. Tim Scott. I mean, these people have been in the political realm and well-respected black people. They don't have none of them on there. None. I can go down the list of people that they should have had on there that are modern people who are currently doing work, who are black, but they don't line up with the leftist agenda. So they don't even put these people out there for my child to read and to talk about because they don't want them to exist. Yet they talk about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez in their class on 2 separate occasions. They had to talk about her going to Texas and being and raising money and all this stuff. And then I snuck in and heard the teacher talking about how amazing Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez because she's playing video games on Twitch. But you're bringing in Kamala Harris. You could talk about Kamala Harris. You could talk about all these other people. I guarantee they won't talk about Condoleezza Rice. Oh, no, they won't. They won't. They're not going to talk about any of these people. And this is the problem that I see. And this young lady is a hero for standing up for herself. Because these people want to brainwash you and tell you that the black person that you picked, because they don't like her, that she's not an adequate enough black woman. She's not an adequate enough black woman. When she's done more than any black person, in my personal opinion, that I've seen since I've been alive. She's done more at her age. She's accomplished more at her age. She went from, and I'm not going to say rags, but she went from probably being middle class to being an extremely successful, I guarantee she's wealthy, young black woman who's an entrepreneur, somebody you can look up to, somebody who's actively doing things, and she's only in her early 30s. Wait till she's 40, 50, and 60 and see how much she does. She'll probably be the president one day. But they don't want you to like people like this because this ain't the brainwashing direction they want you to go. They need her to be a victim. If Candace Owens came out today and said, I'm a victim, my black and brown body don't mean nothing to the Republican Party, and she did all this, they will be kissing her toenails and putting up on a pedestal and saying, yeah, you can have Candace Owens now because she's denounced black success in the historical identity of black people. Let me correct y'all on this real quick. Don't get it twisted. These dumb black people now that are crying victimhood, that's not black people. That's the new age soft weenie types. The black folks of Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, a lot of these people were much stronger because they had to go through way more than what these clowns are talking about today. You're talking about real Jim Crow discrimination. And Martin Luther King didn't run around saying, I can never be nothing because I'm black in my skin. He demanded that you uphold the Constitution of the United States of America and that people shouldn't be judged by their color, not even black people, not even white people. That people should be judged by the content of their character. Even he didn't run around crying and playing a victim. Even Malcolm X, who was way more radical than I believe Martin Luther King was, even alluded to the fact that white liberals have been the problem historically for black America. Have been a problem historically with black America. But it didn't stop him from being a leader. It didn't stop him from being strong. It didn't stop him from leading the charge. It didn't stop him from gaining his respect. The man walked around with a suit and tie on and wasn't sagging his pants looking like a dummy. So this new age identity of Candace Owens not being able to be a woke enough black person, this all bullcrap. And for those of you who are young, and I'm going to say it right now, for you young people who are white, hear B. Tatum out, because everywhere I go speak and there's white people in the audience, they ask me about this all the time. Just do what she did. Take a chance. Now, I know she probably have a little more support. Her parents are probably supportive and stuff like that, and maybe you ain't got that. But when the opportunity presents itself, take a chance and stand up for your doggone self. Stop letting these clown types dictate to you who you can support and who you can't support. Quit letting these fools tell you you're racist. And even if you're white, don't let these dumb black people tell you who you can and cannot support. And if you have wisdom enough to know what black people have been greatly successful in this country and who hasn't. Stop letting these people lie to you. Most of these black folks that's coming against you, they dumb anyway. And they don't have no brain power. They are not even connected or congruent with historical black folks, because black folks wasn't that corny back in the day. Don't listen to these people. Stand up for who you are. Stand up for what you believe. Because if you don't, they're going to run all over you and they're going to make you look like a coward. And then before you know it, Candace Owens will be banned from you even talking about her. But if you stand strong and you put your foot down and say enough is enough, I'm going to stand up for what I believe, you'll be successful. And eventually they'll stop bullying y'all because they know they ain't going to get nowhere. Make them fools apologize. She made them apologize and they didn't want to do it. Make them apologize. Sue them. Take them to court. Whatever you got to do. Get your parents involved. Parents, get off your and go stand up for your kids. Go up to that school. Don't let nobody tell you. Go up to that school and say, next, call my kid a racist, I'm going to shut it down in here. That's what you should say. I'll shut it down in here. You call my daughter a racist. We ain't racist. We never been. We love everybody. And you say it again, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to take you to court. I'm going to take my kid out this school, whatever you need to say to these teachers to let them know that you're serious about what you're saying, you need to do it. Y'all need to stop being afraid. They can't fire everybody. They can't ban everybody. You know, they can't do it to everybody. It's going to take a couple of y'all to stand up and say enough is enough, man. We're not playing these games. And it takes all of us to coordinate together to stand on a trailblazing front. Black, white, Hispanic, you name it. We need to stand together. I support this young lady, and I support this young lady. And she's black and she's white. And I support both of them the same. This young lady, hopefully she don't go soft and be weak later on. Hopefully she stands strong, which it seems like she got good parents enough to do so. I support that. And I'm going to find out some more about her because I know Candace was giving her a shout out on the page, but maybe I'll find out some more about her. Maybe, you know, I'll partner with Candace to try to do something for her and give her a platform. Maybe I'll bring her on my show and let her get some more leverage, because people need to start standing up like this young lady, or they're going to just punk you out all the time. And it's not okay that they say that Candace Owens isn't a leader. It's not okay. That's wrong, and it's a lie. It's a lie. And I'm not trying to compare Candace to Jesus Christ, but it's the same sentiment on different levels. When you try to say, oh, Candace isn't, it's because you don't like Candace. They don't make what she's done null and void. It doesn't make what she's done a lie. You just don't like her. But the girl has accomplished a lot. And just because you don't believe in Jesus don't mean that he didn't exist. Just because you don't believe in him don't mean that the things that are written in the scripture aren't written in accordance to what Jesus had really done on planet Earth. You don't have to like him. But don't tell me I can't believe in Christ because you don't want to believe in him. You can't tell me that I can't support Candace Owens because you don't want to. Because you're too soft to take constructive criticism. Anyway, I talk about this for 48 hours straight. And y'all know I will. I've been on live stream for 6-7 hours one time, and my wife was mad at me. But I'll talk for 48 hours, but I want you to watch the rest of my videos. Comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the young lady, Julia, and what do you think about Candace Owens being a black trailblazer? Comment in the comment section. Like and subscribe to the channel. Visit the Officer Tatum store and get your little white privilege shirt. 20% off, Christ Privilege. Discount code Christ Privilege. If you made it to the end of the video, you'll see this. Christ Privilege gives you 20% off for the store. I love you guys. See you on the next one. I'm out.